Hi, witches, blessed be. This is WhiteRaven over here. Today's Monday, so happy Magic Monday to all of you guys. How are you, witches? Very happy to be here with you today. I've been wanting, like, since very early today to do this video, but I had to do so many things before doing this video today. Very excited to share the video that I have for you. It was a request from one of you guys. I hope you get this video right away, and I hope you get to do this spell, and I hope it works for you. Of course, witches, it's going to be a jinx. It's not necessarily going to be a curse. It's going to be a jinx for somebody that is aggravating you. If you have somebody that has been mean to you, or somebody have disrespect to you, or somebody that needs a little check, you want to send a little jinx for them to remember you and maybe not cross your path again. This spell is for you. It's very simple. The ingredients are going to be super easy for you to get. And I'm really excited to share this with you. And I hope it works for you, especially you, the person that requested it. I'm really excited to share this with you. I have received many emails from you guys asking me about how to start being a witch. And witches, I cannot give you an answer to that question. I can give you some suggestions, some books to read, on videos to watch in here in my channel. Your spiritual path and your witchcraft path is going to be very different for you as it is for me. The first thing, the most important thing that you need to find out is what type of path you want to follow, because I'm Puerto Rican. So the things that resonate more to me as a witch are going to be things that pertain to my blood. I have native blood, I have Spaniard blood, and I have black blood. So those are the type of religions that lure me all the time. So that means some Santeria, some Espiritismo particularly, maybe a little bit of voodoo. I love American hoodoo. So there's, for you, it could be 100% different than for me. Like, maybe you like Nordic religions. That is something that I experiment with, but it was too foreign for me, way too foreign. I could not relate to many of these things and many of the religions and many of the folklore from Nordic countries. Maybe you like Egyptian, maybe you like Greek, maybe you like Wicca, British. The perspective of magic for you is going to be very different from the perspective that I have of magic. So if you're new to this channel, I'm going to link in the description of the video some of the videos that I have here on things that you can do when you start your path. I also invite witches for you to go into my website, WhiteRaven and witchslayer.com, because I have some blogs in there and they're very short and simple. I'm not the one that's going to be writing boring blogs. I'm just going to be very precise and I'm going to go straight to the point. But there's some suggestions in there as well. I talk to you about my favorite books, my favorite authors, and go through my channel. My channel is divided in playlists and you're going to find a lot of information in my playlist. So let's put a timestamp over here from where the spell is going to start, because I'm chatty today and I want to talk to you guys a little bit. Yesterday I met with a friend for lunch, and after that I went into Barnes and Nobles to check books, because I love checking books all the time. I am addicted to books. Over here on my side of the United States, we have Barnes and Nobles, and we also have a bookstore that is called Books A Million. It's been my experience that Books A Million has more esoteric books than Barnes and Nobles. As a matter of fact, the Barnes and Noble that I went yesterday, it's one of the good ones, one of the big ones with a lot of books. And let me tell you, which is the amount of books on esoteric books and books on witchcraft in that Barnes and Noble was pretty sad, to say the least. You're going to find, in my opinion, all the wrong kind of witches and witchcraft books in those places. I was very frustrated. I got to see Silver Raven Wolf was in there, which made me really happy. I saw just one book from Judica Aviles. I also saw Mud Orange Psychic Witch was also there. And I found this book that I want to share with you. I found two books yesterday that I really like that I want to share with you. First was this one, Mythical Creatures. I absolutely love folk stories about mythical creatures, so I got this one. You probably know, because I have shared with you guys in here, that I had the experience of seeing Sasquatch. A lot of people don't believe me. It doesn't matter to me. I really can't care less if you believe it or not, but I did. And there's a video in here. It's an old dramatic video that I made. So but there is a video in this channel me telling you the story when I saw Sasquatch. But the other book that I found is for an author that I really like. Her name is Cassandra Eason. I have a lot of her other books in here. I have another 4 books of her, and I think I probably have some in my Kindle. But I found this one, 101 Tarot Spreads. And this book, which is amazing. You are going to find tarot spreads for absolutely everything in this book. It is filled with 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, 10 cards. I mean, this is a fantastic book, and I am so pleasantly surprised of how helpful this book could actually be. It's really, really nice, and it's a chunky book. It is not a skinny book. You're gonna have a lot of beautiful, awesome spreads in here, because sometimes we have so many questions, right? And we don't want to do just a Celtic cross just for one simple question. I was using this book yesterday. I had some questions to ask the tarot, and it was great. Cassandra Eason also tell you if you need to use the whole deck, or if you just need to use the major arcanas or the minor arcanas. I mean, the book is excellent. I recommend for you guys to check it out. This book was $25. And let me tell you something, which is money that I spend in book is money that is not wasted, in my opinion. There are 2 really good publishers for witchcraft book. One of the publishers is going to be Llewellyn, and you're going to have a lot of very great authors with Llewellyn. And another one is going to be Wiser Books. I tend to like both. My type of witchcraft comes more from Wiser than Llewellyn. This one is from neither, but Llewellyn and Wiser Books. They tend to have more, in my opinion, real witchcraft books. I like the authors from those 2 publishers, those 2 houses. So I recommend for you to, if you go to Amazon or if you go into Wiser or Llewellyn website, you can find lots of very good books on witchcraft. So stay away, in my opinion, again, books from Simon & Schuster, for example, has some authors in there that I really dislike and I really don't trust as authors. So I usually look at the publisher of the book. I research the author of the book when I'm going to buy books. So I suggest for you to do the same. And yeah, check out this book by Cassandra Eason. This made me really happy. I'm very surprised about this book, so check it out. Now, as a homework, I'm going to give you a book that I think every single witch has to have. I personally think this is a must. This is by the awesome Jane Allen Cross. He's the author of American Brujeria. This is a book that I think I want to review for you guys. And this one is from Llewellyn. American Brujeria is from Wiser, but this one is from Llewellyn. And this is his latest book. It is The Witch's Guide to the Paranormal. I have talked to you guys about this book. Listen, this book, the moment that you start reading this book, which is you're not going to be able to put it down. This is so good. J. Allen Cross is going to teach you so many things and so many ways for you to deal with paranormal stuff. I mean, we become witches, so we start mingling with so many things, and it could happen to the best of the best. Not only that, he teaches you here how to help some people and some basics. I mean, this is not for you to become a paranormal investigator and go to houses and do exorcisms and whatnot, but at least you're going to have some knowledge of things that you could do if you ever get yourself in the predicament of finding something not very good. If you move into a place, or if you're going to a place, or if you just feel it in your home. I mean, we do work with witchcraft, you know, we open doors sometimes. So this is another book that it's a homework. I suggest for you to purchase this. It's really good, this book is really, really good. But I think I'm going to do a book review on this one, and I want to discuss it with you. This one is $16.99. It's from Llewellyn. You can find it in Amazon, and you can also find it in Llewellyn website. I really like this book. And that's it. Those are the 2 books that I wanted to discuss with you today. Thank you so much for listening to my rambling. I do all these ramblings because you guys ask me. Hopefully you got to listen to my message. Now let's go into the spell. The spell today is going to be extremely simple. The most important thing that you're going to need for this spell is going to be your intentions. You have to be very focused in what you want, and you have to visualize, which is you have to see it, what you want to happen to your target. We are going to create nightmares to this person, and you're going to visualize whatever nightmare that it is that you want this person to be having at night when she or he is asleep. This is a spell that you may be working constantly, so if you have a little spot outside in your backyard or somewhere outside of your house where you keep your little mischievous spells, it's not going to be so bad. It's just nightmares. Not so bad. But if you have a spell outside of your house where you put all your hexes, just leave it in there, maybe, in a corner somewhere. Because the idea is for you to activate this little jinx every night or whenever you feel that this person deserves a nightmare. Again, this is a request from one of you guys, and I thought it was a very delicious wicked hex jinx. Make sure that you are justifiable. This is not for you to play with people's dreams, okay? Make sure that somebody indeed was mean to you, somebody disrespected you, somebody crossed the line with you. This is a spell to keep somebody in check. Sometimes people need a little reminder. Hey, maybe I shouldn't mess with this person, Give this person a guilt trip in their nightmares. For this spell, you're going to need a picture of the person. You're going to need a pencil. You are going to need, which is a little jar. Doesn't have to be a big jar. I mean, it's up to you. If you don't want to use the picture and you want to use like a little puppet doll, that's what you use. But you need a tag log of the person. You definitely need to link this person into this spell. If you don't know the name of the person, you have no pictures, you have nothing, this spell may not be working for you, this jinx is not going to be working for you. Something, I'm going to do a parenthesis. I don't know if you guys watch Miss Aida in Facebook. I'm going to link her Facebook in the description of this video. But every Sunday, she teaches witches. And Miss Aida, if you don't know, is a great hoodoo author. She is amazing. And I have shared with you guys many of her spells in this channel. And I have all of her books. So yesterday she was teaching classes on how to get rid of people, how to banish people. And one of the things that she was saying in her video yesterday is that when you have somebody's picture, if you know the name of the person and the last name of the person, you must write it down in there. But to really anchor this person into your spell, it is great for you to write in there the maiden name of the target's mother. So if your target's name is John Doe and his mother name is Mary Smith, you're going to put John Doe, son of Mary Smith. If you get to have that information, that's going to be fantastic. In the words of Miss Aida, you're going to have that person by the balls. I think she said by the balls, but if she didn't, I'm saying it. If you have the person's mother's maiden name, you're going to have this person by the balls. So food for thought, okay? So check out her channel. I'm going to link it in the description of the video. Anyways, you're going to have the picture of the person. You're going to need some sand, which is, I got this sand at Lowe's. I mean, if you live by the beach and you go out to the beach, but this is sand for $4, like for like 20 pounds of sand. You're going to need some vinegar. It doesn't have to be apple cider. You can use any vinegar that you have at home. Now, this is something that you need and you must have is going to be valerian root. Oh my God. This smells like the pits of hell. So stinky. Last, witches, we are going to need some poppy seeds. You can find poppy seeds in the supermarket. Valerian root you can probably find in an Asian market. Or online. You can just go online and buy it online. Worst comes to worst, go into the vitamin shop and get some valerian root capsules and open them. All right, so that's all I can suggest. But you need those elements, okay? They're must. You need them. You have to get out of your way to find your stuff for your spells. So if you don't have them, figure out how to get them. I do understand that there's some countries that watch this channel that maybe you don't have this element. In that case, check if you have any substitute in your country for any of these elements, and that's what you should be using. So now that we have all the elements in here, let's get into the spell. Okay, witches, this is a nightmare jar, and this jar will bring about the most severe nightmares to your target.
You need to focus on your target and you need to design in your own head, visualize the nightmares that this person is going to suffer. You are going to build them in your head and you are going to send them to your target. So please make sure that you focus when you are doing this jar. The first thing that we're going to add to your jar is going to be sand. You don't need to put a lot of sand. Just make sure you cover the bottom of your jar. After you fill your jar with sand, we are going to work with your target's tag log. In this particular case, we're going to have the picture of the person, and I wrote the name of the person. I cross after the name of the person many times, and underneath I put the type of nightmares that I want this person to have. Maybe you know what ticks this person, and that's what you're going to write in this picture. Put that picture in the jar. Next, we're going to add some poppy seeds. We then are going to add our valerian root. Oh my God, this smells so bad. Who else hates the smell of valerian root? It just smells like the pits of hell. Okay, which is the last thing that we're going to add into this jar is going to be vinegar. Let it sink in there. Beautiful. Let's close the lid. Okay, which is let's charge this. Once you finish charging your bottle, give it a shake, which. Once you finish shaking this and charging it, get any tape you have. The idea is, which is that you are going to cover this, seal it in darkness. It feels so good, you know. It's just, you know, people live life like doing evil stuff to other people. They think that they can do anything they want and they're going to be untouched. I have no clue. A lot of people out there, witches, don't know that they're fucking with witches. And I'm sorry, I don't like to say bad words in my channel, but sometimes people deserve what's coming for them. It's gonna look something like this, witches. And again, if you just want to do this just for one night, then just fine. But if this is something that you want to do consecutively, like you want to do it every night for a week, for 2 weeks, or you just want to keep it and just shake it once in a while, it's like, let me just send him a nightmare. Let me just send her a nightmare. Just keep it around. Put it somewhere safe where nobody will mess with it. When you're finished with this and you think you're done, you don't need to punish this person anymore, then just throw it away in a trash can. Done. Don't open it. Just leave it like that and throw it away. All right? There's just evil people out there, witches. Do not let anybody bully you. I wish you the best, witches.
And that's it, witches. Thank you so very much for being here with me yet another Monday. I'm so happy always to have you here. Thank you so much for listening to my ramblings. Thank you so much for going into my website, WhiteRavenandWitchesLair.com, which takes me, witches, I'm going to have a lot of really cool stuff coming up in the website. The next oil is going to be destruction oil. Pretty nasty oil. Pretty nasty. Did I say nasty? Pretty nasty oil. And that is a Terminator right there. Destruction oil is coming out pretty soon. And there's some other fun stuff that I'm working on for the website. So check out my website, WhiteRaven and witcheslair.com. And thank you. You guys are amazing. You guys are so amazing. Thank you for your support. Remember that I am in Facebook. That is my main social platform. Because I'm in Facebook, everything I put in Facebook goes into Instagram. So you can visit me also in my Instagram. Everything is WhiteRaven and Witch's Lair. Last, I am in Pinterest. If you have any questions, email me at layerofthewitch@yahoo.com. And those are questions. Please do not tell me the story of your life. Just be precise in what you want, and I'll be very happy to comply and answer your questions. Other than that, witches, check out books, study, research, because knowledge is power. But with all that knowledge, you have to discern, because you have to stay so very wicked. Bye.